Hi guys, hopefully all this is working and my camera will work properly. Let me know if you can hear me. I'm actually going to start because I don't know how many people are actually going to join us. I'm just having a look at my other monitor here and just making sure that I can see comments if they come up. So I'm going to start off with my primer. So today I'm just going to be using my everyday makeup. It's all listed in my description box below. And hopefully might get a couple of people joining today. So I'm going to be using, this is the Sisley, the Double Tenseur one, and going to put that on. I did put on some sunscreen probably about a quarter of an hour ago now. Hi. Hello, you're surprising me. Hi, welcome guys. I wasn't too sure how many would actually join. It's been a long time since I did a live. The last time I did one was well over a year ago, and that's when I used to do them with Liz from Chicago Law Luxury Makeup. So I'll just let my primer sit and I'll pop up some comments. Hi. Hi, welcome everyone. I did put it to, I think it was scheduled on YouTube. So, hi. Hi, Lauren. You're not home, but you're there. Okay, well, that's good. Hi, Beth. I don't know whether Margot will join us or not, Beth. She's in my room. I might go and get her and see. She probably won't be very cooperative. Margot's my Persian cat, for those of you that don't know. Hi. Hi, Ski. So I don't know whether you saw that, but I've just put on my primer. I'm just letting that sit for a couple of minutes, and I'll put on my foundation in a minute. And I also did put on my sunscreen probably about a quarter of an hour ago now. Just going to turn on my small fan, even though it's heading towards the end of March and it's supposed to be autumn here. It is hot. And at the moment, I said, look at the temperature outside. I think it's 30 degrees Celsius, which I think is in the early 80s Fahrenheit in America. Okay, I'm going to start off with my foundation, and I'm going to be using an Hermes eyeshadow palette, and I put in the description box that I was going to use the Glow Recipe the flush drops. Their tagline is it's a flush, not a blush. But I've also got the new Lancome blushes as well. I got one in pink and also a coral, so now I'm not quite sure which one to use. So my foundation, I'm going to be using the Prairie one. Actually, not this one. I've got this in front of me. I think today I'll use the other one I've got. This is one in the cushion. Out of the two, this is probably the one that I prefer. It has a little bit of a lighter coverage, and I just think this looks really beautiful on. Yes, I'll probably be moaning about the cold in a couple of months, but it's certainly not cold at the moment, that's for sure. Dallas and Texas. It's quite warm there, is it, at the moment? Or it's been fairly warm some days and cooler others? Yes, I've been meaning to do a live for quite a while, and I just didn't get round to it. And also I have got the air conditioning on as well, but the air conditioning actually isn't in this room, and I just have to have the door open a little bit so a little bit of aircon comes in, but I have to have that little fan going as well. So hopefully I won't melt. I don't think I've used the YSL Blur Primer. Maybe some other people in the chat may have. I'm just going to put this on using a beauty blender and just squash it into the cushion there. This one actually comes with a refill, and this is the refill in here. So even though this one is pricey, when it runs out, I will be buying it again because I just think it gives such a beautiful finish to the skin. I love everyone that's coming in and chatting away. That's really good. Normally, I'm used to doing these, as I said, with Liz from Chicago Law Luxury Makeup. So I'll try and keep up with the comments as I go along. Florida. So Florida will be hot. Isn't Florida always hot? I don't know. Thank you. So it's quite good to, I'm pleased that I'm doing the lives again. I don't know whether I'll do them weekly or fortnightly. I'll just see how it goes. They're quite good because I don't need to edit afterwards. So they're quite good. Oh, you got all of the Chanel, all of the Chanel collection. It is really pretty, really pretty. And I also like the Stilo contours that came with this one, that brown one I got, and also the peach color as well. They're really pretty. And if they've still got some in stock here in New Zealand, I might get one. There's a mauve one, I think, isn't there? And it has a bit of a shimmer to it. I thought that could be quite pretty, but I haven't got that yet. Just look at the comments. Hi, how are you? What's it like in California today? Is it warm, cold? I use it with a beauty sponge because I find that it's quite hard to press in when I use a brush, and I just find that a beauty blender is just easier, and it just gives that lighter finish. So I have used it with a brush before, but I just find it easier using a beauty blender. And of course, my beauty blender is lovely and cool, although the room isn't too warm in here at the moment, but I think it's going to heat up. Yes, the taupe Fumees is really lovely. Since it's 3, yeah, I think I need to, if I can, I think I need to get a couple of backups as well, because I think I'll use that one quite a lot. It's 65 and cloudy where I am. Okay, I'm just trying to work that out. So that's probably about 20 degrees Celsius, something like that. It's beautiful, and 80 here. Well, it's about the same temperature that I've got here. The cushion is really lovely, and like I said, between the two, I like both of them, and I really love this liquid one as well. But if I had to choose between the two, I would go for the cushion. I think it gives a really beautiful finish. Right, concealer, I'm going to use Victoria Beckham, the concealer pen. It's a bit slippery getting this lid off sometimes, so I'll just grab my microfiber cloth. And do I prefer liquid or powder blushes? It depends, really. Some liquid ones I have to be careful with. I have oily skin, so it can sort of eat my blush up, and I have to reapply. I really like cream blushes, which is not what you're asking, liquid or powder, but I really like the cream ones. But I do like the new YSL blushes that came out. I think they are really beautiful. I actually picked up a couple more shades because they launched here in New Zealand about a couple of weeks ago. Might have been a bit longer than that, maybe 3 weeks ago. So when I saw that they had arrived, I jumped on and picked up a couple more. I got Rose Haze and one of the bright pink ones. I can't remember what that one's called now. Oh, the cherry blossoms. It's so pretty when the cherry blossoms are out. It's that promise of that warm weather that is coming. I think they always look really pretty. Like I said, I don't know whether I've actually got a preference. As long as they blend out smoothly on my skin and they don't show or emphasize any texture, I really don't mind. Probably liquids are slightly better. Some people prefer those that have mature skin. It really depends on the formula with the powder blushes. This is a fantastic concealer, and I love the Chanel Sublimage one, but I think this is on par with that. I think this is beautiful. Now, the Sublimage is fairly pricey, but you get a huge amount of product with the Sublimage. With this, probably not quite so much. Now, to begin with, I got this in the wrong shade, and I haven't got that one anymore. I might have thrown it out now. But this one is in L2. I think to begin with, I got one that was too dark, and I wasn't too sure about it. But now that I've got it in the right shade, I think it's gorgeous. It hasn't got full coverage, probably light towards medium, but I prefer that too now. Especially now I'm 55, I think just that little bit of coverage, but not too much because it's not cakey. And I think that it lasts all day. It doesn't settle into my lines. Really good concealer. Yeah, it is a beautiful, mind you'd want it to be, you'd want it to be ski. It's very expensive, but it is beautiful. It really is gorgeous. And because it's so pricey, I do try and use this. I try and rotate quite through a few of my foundations because I have so many and I don't like to waste too much. But with this especially, I like to use it if I can at least once a week, if not twice a week, because I just don't want to waste it. It's so expensive. Yeah, it's a really, really good concealer. I think it is. Just has a really beautiful finish. I'm just going to put some eyeshadow primer on. I'm going to use the Hourglass, the Veil Primer, and I'm just looking at everyone's comments. The Charlotte Matte Liquid Blushes. Actually, I have got one of those. I haven't used it for a while, though. Maybe I can use that in another live. That's the other thing, too, with these lives. I just chose today's makeup because someone asked me if I could do a video using the Hermes eyeshadow palette that I'm going to use today. So I thought, well, I might as well pop it in the live. But really, if I've got it in my collection and if you want to see me use it, then I'm more than happy. I'll note them down and then put them in future lives because really this is about my everyday makeup. It could be new releases or it just could be real favorites of mine as well. I just got Rose Haze and Nocturnal Nude. Yep, they are. Nocturnal Nude is one of the first ones I got when I did my initial video, and the Rose Haze is the one that I just got a couple of weeks ago, and it is beautiful. Have you ever had your colours done as you look very warm for a start? No, I haven't. I'm sort of more neutral, lean towards warm. I've had people tell me that I'm cool toned. I'm definitely not cool toned, but I've covered it up. But I have this redness on my neck, but that's called poikiloderma, and I don't think I'm ever going to get rid of it. So I just have to cover it up with a green corrector, and then I put a little bit of concealer over the top, and that sort of makes it look so it's not so red. But I would say I'm neutral, probably lean towards warm. I tend to buy neutral foundations, but if I get a foundation that is a little bit too warm, that works as well. Yeah, the Sublimage is really beautiful. But like I said, you get a huge amount of product with that. I think when I did that video initially, think what I did, actually, I want to use the Chanel, the micro pencil today. When I did that video initially, I did a comparison because you just get so much product and it doesn't end up being that expensive. And I find that it lasts a lot longer than what it says from date of opening. I can't remember what the expiry date is from date of opening, but I think it might be 12 months or something like that. But the other one I had, because I've got another colour, I've still got that and I can still use it. It's absolutely fine. So I'm hoping that no trolls come in here. But, of course, now I've got Lauren here, so she'll... If I get any trolls, they can go. I'm actually really lucky with the comments. I hardly get any trolling comments, just every now and then. And there are some that border on it. And I don't know whether it's passive aggressive or what it is. They just, and I just keep an eye on them. And if they keep doing it, then I'll end up blocking them. Well, you can't actually block people on YouTube. What you do is it hides them, so they think they're commenting, but I can't see it, and no one else can either. I'll put that back up there. Thank you. The other thing with good skincare is really important too. I think it was about 5 years ago now, I decided to change up my skincare routine completely because I only I double cleansed at night, toner, moisturizer, and that was it. That's all I ever did. And because I got oily skin, it always looked a bit sort of congested and clogged up. So I watched YouTube videos and also did a bit of research and then decided what I needed to use. And I haven't looked back really. It just changes your skin for so much better, even though I use quite a lot of products. And I change brands from time to time because of my channel, because I want to try things out. But there's just certain things I would not be without. But skincare is definitely really important if you want to have a really good base for your foundation too. Oh, happy birthday. Did I miss that? Is it your birthday today? Just get rid of those. Right. Sorry, I was just looking at the comments there. Okay, right. I'm actually going to use, normally what I'll do is I'll powder under my eyes and then I'll powder my face, but I'm going to use the new Westman Atelier, the bronzing drops. And I've used them 3 times before and I really like them. I think that they're really, really good. So I'll use that today. I like them because they're very neutral, not too warm, not too cool. Yeah, it's never too late to change up your skincare routine. The only thing is, just got to watch it. A lot of people like promote, and I use them, like the chemical, the acids and that, the AHA, the BHAs, and all that. But all I've got to say about that is that they're really good. But if you haven't used them before, just go very, very carefully and don't overdo it. Because I did to begin with a couple of things. In my skin, I don't have sensitive skin at all. But a couple of times I overdid it, and you'll know when you have, and it just damages your skin barrier for a couple of days till you get it back. But you just got to be a little bit careful. I've got a few, have I got 2 or 3 videos on skincare routine? My most recent one, I did one on La Prairie. It's called the White Caviar line, which is quite expensive. And then I've also done, I think it was last year, an evening skincare routine, but I haven't done my morning one yet because that's completely different to my evening one. skincare is everything. And probably the most important thing is, and I bang on about it in my videos, I know I do, is sunscreen. I mean, I think with skin too, a lot of it's genetics. Because up until 18 months ago, I was heavy smoker, like 40 a day, which is terrible. So I got a bit of a runny nose, which is a lot. And so I gave up about 18 months ago. So I better show you the Westman Atelier. So this is my one. I got shade number 2, and here it is. And I just put the tiniest amount on, and then I just blend it out using the sheer buffer. These brushes are so good. And then just put on a little bit at a time, and it blends really, really easily. And I think this is a really good shade. As I said, I love them because they're just not too warm. But sunscreen. I could do a skincare on a live. I don't know whether I should do an evening one, probably a morning one. Probably be better, I suppose. So I'm not quite sure where Margot is at the moment. I think she might be in our room. And I'm not sure whether to wake the princess up or not. The afternoons is the time, because it's afternoon here, is the time that she normally sleeps and isn't causing chaos. So she'll probably be all sleepy. Who is your favorite YouTuber for makeup? Well, I can tell you who the first person that I watched for YouTube makeup was, and I still watch him, and that is Wayne Goss. Years ago, it was probably about 7 years ago now, maybe about 7 years ago, I wanted to do a smoky eye, and I wasn't quite sure how to do it. I've always used makeup, but I wasn't quite sure. And I thought, oh, they must have something on YouTube, because I didn't watch a lot of it. And Wayne Goss came up, and I followed his technique, and it worked. And I still follow him. So I really like him. Who else do I really like? Although she's a lot younger than me, and a lot of the products probably aren't that great for my mature skin, I also still watch Tati every now and then, not all the time, but every now and then. Hi, Deborah. I got a suitcase full of skincare from Korea in December, and my skin is sensitive. I totally overdid it. I'm breaking out now. Yeah, if you ever overdo it with skincare, I think the best thing to do is just for 2 or 3 days is just strip it all right back and go back to a very non-perfumed cleanser, probably not even an essence, just cleanser and a moisturizer that hasn't got any fragrance in it either, and just do that for 2 or 3 days, because if you spot it early on, within about 2 or 3 days, your skin barrier pretty much repairs itself, unless you've really overdone it with a retinol or something. And then it might take a bit longer, 5 days to a week. But I find that's the best way, just to get your skin back really quickly. My favorite sunscreen is it in front of me? Might not. Oh, wait a minute, it's just over there. Wait a sec, I'll just go and grab it. There we are. You can see a picture of Margot. There we are. Okay, is this one. And I get that you can get this on Amazon, or you can get it from YesStyle. I get it from YesStyle, and I usually order 8 or 10 at a time. 8 or 10 at a time. So it's this one here, and hopefully we'll set it's Canmake, the Mermaid Skin Gel, I think it's called. And if you go on YesStyle, they've got this one, and it's got that pink on it. They've also got a green coloured one. I'm not quite sure what the other one is, but this is the one that I use, the one with the pink on it. And I'll just put a little bit out on my hand. Now, I wear a lot of sunscreen. I probably go through a tube of this every 2 weeks. So that's what it looks like on. And it has got skincare in it. I'm not quite sure off the top of my head what it is, but it's just like this really lightweight moisturizer. It is absolutely beautiful. I don't think the sunscreens you can beat the Asian ones, Japanese, Korean. There are a lot around, but this one is my favorite. And I have tried a couple of others, but I tend to go back to that one. The other one that I quite like is, I'm not quite sure if I've got that in front of me or not. I don't think. I also like Ultra MD's, also really good. I think you can get that on Amazon as well. And Lauren, you were going to get one. Did you ever pick that up? Ultra MD came out with one that it's green in it, which I think would be really good to go over my neck since I have that red there. And then I could put something over the top. Did you ever try that? I'm not quite sure. I don't know whether you saw, but the powder under my eyes is the Tom Ford. They always have long names, these ones. Soft matte blurring powder. Not that great with my oily skin in the warm weather for my face, but really good for under my eyes. So I use that one a lot under my eyes. So now I've got the bronzer on. I'm going to put some powder on. And I've got the Chanel one in front of me. I may need that if I start to melt. But in the meantime, this one's very good as well. It's the Prairie. It is the Skin Caviar loose powder. Again, expensive, but you get a ton of product in here. And it also comes with a small travel size. And the travel size that comes with this is almost as big as some of the standard ones from the other brands. No, you haven't tried it yet, Lauren. Yeah, I would like to. It's quite hard to get here, though. I haven't tried any of the quarterly skincare. I don't think I've tried any, actually. Now, I can get that here, but I haven't tried. Now, I don't know whether I can get the SPF here. I'd have to have a look because in New Zealand, same as in Australia, I think the same in Canada as well, they have different testing for sunscreen, and it's quite interesting because sometimes I might get something from, say, Chanel, and they'll often have a little sticker over it, and underneath the sticker it might say, for instance, it's for in America it's SPF 40 or 35, and here they'll say it's SPF 15. They'll put that sticker over it and reduce the SPF. So it's quite interesting, the difference. Can't find your comment, Lauren. What did you say? That was so helpful. Yes, the green would be really good. I don't know whether it would be that great for my neck, but I'll certainly buy it and try it. I did get BBL laser and what was the other thing called? 2 things done. Cost a fortune for my neck and chest. And it took away a little bit of, well, it took away a lot of the texture that I had, but it hasn't really got rid of the redness. Any brown that was there is gone, but I think there was a fly. Any of the redness, it's still really there. So I think it's just something that I'm going to be stuck with. I don't know. It could be. Does anyone else know that? With a Prairie over in Switzerland is cheaper? Because it's pricey. But I would say La Mer is getting pretty pricey with some of the stuff too. It's getting up there with La Mer now too. With La Prairie as well. La Mer is getting up there. But then also in America, you guys are really lucky as well because you have much better sales than we do here in New Zealand. We hardly get any. So yes, the sunscreen, the Canmake one, yeah, it is. It's because I go through so much, and I've heard that the other brands are really good. La Mer have one, La Prairie have one, and all that. But I just go through it so quickly because I use so much. Because when I started using it on my face every single day, I heard, or I was reading somewhere, and they also talk about on YouTube channels as well, that you should use 1/4 teaspoon for your face. And if you measure it in 1/4 teaspoon, it's a lot of sunscreen. So you go through a lot very quickly. Yeah, we can't get, we do have a Costco here, but oh, does it have lactic acid, does it? I don't know. That might make the redness on my neck even worse. I don't know. Right, let's get into the eyeshadow palette. So it is an Hermes one. I love the eyeshadows. They are pricey, but I really love them. And I think I have, is it 3 or 4? And the one where I had it on in a video, someone asked me to do a video on it. And it's this one. It is Ombres Fumees. So it's this one here. Hopefully, here we go. And it is beautiful. Now, when these first came out, I didn't do videos on them. I thought, I'm not going to buy those. They're so expensive. And then not last year, the year before, when I went to America, I met up with Lauren, but I also did mainly the trip with Liz. She had this eyeshadow, and I asked her if I could, which was a mistake. I asked her if I could use it. She said yes. And I knew then that I was going to not only buy this one, but also some others as well, because it's really good. It just stays on all day. That how it looks when I've just put it on, it looks like at the end of the day. It's beautiful. Thank you, and you're welcome. I think you'll love it. People that have tried it, from my recommendations, say that they love it too. It is, there's just something about how they formulate their sunscreens. It's, like I said, it's just like a very light moisturizer. It's really, really beautiful. So I think what I'll do is I might just use the mirror that's on here, so I'm not leaning right in. So I'm going to start off with the shade here. I'm going to try and remember the look that I did for that video. It was quite a while ago now. I probably will do a completely different look, but we'll see how it goes. So the lighter shade, I'm just going to put through my crease and up onto my brow bone as well. With my favorite, well, Lauren's going to laugh, my Rapper number 14 brush. She says it should be called the Maria brush, but I just really like it, and it works. I know how it works, and it's just a faithful one of mine. I actually have 2 of them. So if this one gets cleaned, then I've always got a backup as well. The one, my favorite one that I have, because I haven't got them all, would be the one, I don't know what it's called. It's the one with the orange shadow in it. It's got the browns and the orange shadow. That would be my favorite. They're all beautiful, but that's probably the one that I would wear the most. If I thought I want to wear an Hermes eyeshadow today, then that one is the one that I probably use. Yes, we are. You mean you and me, Lauren, or you're talking to someone else? Well, it's good that everyone's chatting in there. I'm going to miss some, I know, while I'm putting on this eyeshadow. Hi. It is. It's a great brush. I know people say, well, there's better ones. This is goat hair, and there are, and I have got a lot of others, but this is the one that I don't know, something about the size. It just fits perfectly for me. Right, I think I might put some of that same shade on my lower lash line as well. Now, I did have in the description box that I was going to today use the new Prada eyeliner, which I have used, and it's really good. It stays on with my oily skin. But I think what I'll do is use this darker shade for an eyeliner instead. I'm pretty sure that's what I did for that eye look in that other video. So I'm now going to go into this shade here. This in the outer corner. I don't know whether it's better, but I prefer it. And I don't, maybe it's the color stories I prefer. The Prada is beautiful, but again, if I had to choose, someone said you could only have either Hermes or the Prada eyeshadows in your collection, then I would have the Hermes. Oh, it's just something about them. I don't know what it is, but the formula is really lovely. But whether it's better, I don't know. I mean, Lexi Zhong, those of you that watch her, she just loves the Prada formula, absolutely loves it. So it really comes down. I mean, both are very good. So it really just comes down to preference, I think. No, and that's the thing with skincare too. I mean, I do use expensive skincare. Not all of it is. But I could also do a really good skincare routine just using mid-range and some budget as well. It's just that I prefer to use skincare, but it's more expensive skincare. But it's certainly not something you need to certainly not go into debt for. La Roche-Posay has good skincare, and I'm not quite sure. I can't think of other brands. The vitamin C that I'm using at the moment that I love is the Paula's Choice one, but Timeless, is it Timeless? They also do a really good vitamin C as well, and I think you've used that too, haven't you, Lauren? The Timeless one, you like that one as well? Oh, that's okay. You're in the UK. What time is it over there? It'd only be like 2 in the morning or 1 in the morning, midnight. Well, I'm not too sure. So I'll show it to you in a minute. It doesn't come with a sharpener, but you do need to. You will need to sharpen it, but it doesn't twist or anything like that unless I'm missing something. But I'll show it to you soon. And of course, I got the one in brown because I always I always, when I first try an eyeliner especially, sometimes I do use other shades, but when I first try one from a brand that I haven't tried before, then I always get brown because I use brown eyeshadow a lot. Now I'm just trying to get this even. Sometimes I don't get my eyeshadow very, very even. Right, let's go this one first. No, I don't think. The key to it is just go really gently, or use initially the applicators that come with the quad. Some people mock the luxury brands saying, why do they come with those cheap applicators? But those cheap applicators are actually really good. And if you pop that on first and just pack in the shade you want, I find you get less fallout, and then go in with a soft blending brush and just blend it out. You can always try it that way, or if it's more of the shimmer, then you can just use the applicator sponge that comes with that and put that on. And for me, I find that I get none or hardly any fallout, and I just go really gently. I don't dig into palettes or anything like that. Yeah, so like I was saying with the vinyl, I mean, there's tons around, but it's certainly not something you need to spend a fortune on if you don't want to. Like I said, at the moment, I'm using Paula's Choice, which I really like. It's on it's a 25% one, and it's in more sort of it's like a cream, so it's more stabilized, but the Timeless have very good, and they are really cost effective, those ones, and they have very good vitamin C as well, really good packaging. Yeah, the Prada nudes are really lovely. Someone asked me if I'm preferring one over the other, and I think initially I think when I did the video, I liked the one, is it Peony? Is that the lightest one? And then is it Peony, Pansy, and then the darker one? And I think now if I had to choose one, I'd probably go for the middle one. I like the lightest one. But if I could only have one, then I'd probably go for Pansy, I think. But they are beautiful. Hopefully I haven't got the mirror right in front of my face, but I need to be able to see what I'm doing. Oh, I use Estee Lauder skincare, but only when I was talking about years ago, but only a cleanser and a toner, I think. I don't think I use anything else. And I thought the cleansers were really good. And I know a lot of people really rave about is it called the Advanced Skincare Serum or something like that, which I've had samples of before, and it is good. Compare the Prada eyeliners to Victoria Beckham. Yep, I can do that. And they're not as soft as Victoria Beckham, which Victoria Beckham eyeliners are beautiful, but I can be quite clumsy with my eyeliner sometimes. And Victoria Beckham ones are really soft and quite thick, and sometimes I can make a bit of a mess. So I'd say the Prada isn't as soft as those ones. But in saying that, when I put it on, it doesn't tug at my eyelids or anything like that. It is a lovely formula. Yeah, Pansy, the middle one. Yeah, it is really, really lovely, that one. The middle one, yeah. Just trying to put up a comment now. Oh, here we go. I use the Paula's 25% combo. Yes. I'm currently using Allies of Skin niacinamide with probiotics in it, and that's really good. But Allies of Skin is quite pricey though. And Paula's has sales so often as well. Yeah, they do. Actually, they've got one going at the moment in Australia, because if I order, they have it at Sephora here now in New Zealand, but if if I order it from Paula's Choice, it comes from Australia. Yeah, it's much more stable, no discoloration or irritation. Although if you haven't used the vitamin C before, I don't know whether I would dive straight into a 25%. Timeless have a 10%. So I'd probably start off with something like that. I think that's what I did start off with years ago when I was changing all my skincare up. I think that's what I started off with. Okay. Yes. I've only ever used it when I get the deluxe samples of it, but I do use it up. It is good. Yeah, they do smudge quite easily. So, and like I said, I mean, you know, I'm not a makeup artist. I'm just like you guys, so I can get a bit clumsy with it sometimes. So I think for the eyeliner, I will show you the Prada one in a sec. But first of all, I'm just going to use the darkest shade in here and use that as an eyeliner. Now, as Lauren always tells me, you can also wet the brush to use a shadow as a liner as well, but I think this one works pretty well without wetting it down. Yeah, perhaps they might be a little bit too soft. I haven't really experimented with them much, using them as an all-over shadow, but I probably should. Now, I'm saying that, I do have a lot of Victoria Beckham eyeliners because I really love the colours that she comes out with. Yes, you do. Yeah, I know that you love them and you do have the dry skin. I think that does make a difference because I do have the eyeshadow primer on my lid and all that. But when you've got oily skin, it definitely makes its way through throughout the day. There's no doubt about it. Because sometimes it may look, when I've powdered down, initially it could be a little bit too matte, but as time goes on, whether half an hour or an hour, the oils do start to break through. No, but you can use it as an eyeshadow. I might have, oh, it might have been a while ago though. I can't remember how it went. I'll have to have a play around with that. What's your favourite eyeshadow primer? Well, the NARS one, which actually has run out, and I talk about it in my videos. It's really hard to get here in New Zealand. As soon as it's in stock at Mecca here, it seems to get sold out, and it's not back in stock yet. So at the moment, and this one's really good, it's the Hourglass. This is the Veil Eye Primer. I made a mistake with it initially. I put on too much because it's only a really small tube, but honestly, it'll last you ages because you put on the tiniest amount and just dab it onto your lids, and it does work really well. I was just putting on too much to begin with. So you just got to be really, really frugal with it. Okay, I'm going to put a little bit of this dark shadow in my outer corner as well, but only a tiny, tiny amount because this shade here is quite dark, but I'm just going to put a little bit of this in. Just using this Sonia G brush, just a tiny amount. Now, hopefully you can see the eyeshadow. I have not often, but sometimes I get a comment saying, you don't take your shadow up high enough because you've got hooded eyes. But this is how I wear my makeup. I don't often wear it up, or hardly ever, up to the brow. It's just not a look that I like. Maybe if I was going out for the evening, I'd really take it up really high. I take it up a little bit, but not too much. So really with my videos and the way I put it on, I really like to just show you how I wear my eyeshadow. Just have a quick look through the comments. Okay, now just make sure all this is blended out. I don't know whether I've got a soft blending brush in front of me. I may just have to grab one. I don't think. I'm just rushing through all my brushes. I'm just going to go and grab a soft brush. You'll still be able to hear me, I think. I'll just grab one. And now that I want to grab one, I won't be able to find one. Here's one. Here we go. So just really soft brush. This is I think this is a Chocohodo brush, and it's super soft. So you can just blend everything out. And with a really soft brush, because when you're older, you have loose skin around your eyes, and it doesn't move the skin around as much. So I think that is about it for the eyeshadow. I think it's okay. I'll have another look once I've got my mascara on. Actually, I need something on my lower lash line. So I think I'll just use the shadow for that as well. Maybe a little bit of that. Nice cat. Yes, that's Margot. And Margot is a princess. Well, she thinks she is. But like I said, the afternoons is her sleep time, and the mornings she causes chaos, and then in the evenings and basically all through the night. I'm a heavy sleeper, but my husband said apparently she jumps on me in the night quite a few times, but I sleep so heavy, I don't know any of that goes on just as well. I thank you, Ski, that just put it here. Don't forget to give it a thumbs up. I forget to mention those sort of things, but it would be great if you give it a thumbs up. The ads are throwing me off. See, this is all new. So when I went to put this on YouTube and put things in, when you used to click yes for ads, it used to be afterwards, once the live was over, but now they put them in one. No, it all gets a little bit confusing. The other thing that they're doing to me as well is with my videos, you can choose to place your ads, and it looks like they're going to be taking that away because they say you can earn more money. You don't earn hardly anything from them. I think it's for them. You can earn more money, so they're going to take over and put ad placement in. But the problem when they do that is they put in I like to keep it, if say I have a 20-minute video, probably about 3 ads in it, whereas sometimes if I go in and I've been able to delete them, they put them in automatically. They'll have like 6 or 7 in there, and that's just crazy. That is crazy. So I'm hoping they're not going to go too overboard with it. Yeah, no ads if you have YouTube Premium. Yeah. Yes, that'll be why, because you've got Premium. I have Premium on mine too because I don't want to see the ads when I watch YouTube videos. Well, I'll remember for my next live not to put them in. And once the live is over, then I can go in and then tick that for the ads then. Like I said, it's all changed a little bit since I last did live. So sorry about that you're getting interrupted with ads. and don't have ads on lives. I have them on regular uploads. Yeah, on regular uploads are there. Right, let's have a look at this eyeliner. Hopefully the camera will focus. So it is called, I don't know because I can't see because the writing's so tiny. Anyway, it's the Prada eyeliner. Oh, blind. This is what they look like. So this is in the shade Wood. Open the right end. Now I've used this a couple of times, so it was a little bit sharper when I first had it. And I will do, and that is the shade Wood. It is a beautiful brown. Now, it was Beth. Was it Beth or was it Ski or who was it? I could compare to Victoria Beckham. So I'll just go and grab my Victoria Beckham. Okay, so I've got it now. Here we are. Bring it back. So what I said, these are all the Victoria, I think these are all Victoria Beckham. Yep, they all are. So these are all Victoria Beckham ones that I have. And I'm not going to swatch them all, obviously, some of the colours, but I will swatch the one in Cocoa. So here is Victoria Beckham Beauty one in Cocoa. So Cocoa and Wood. So Wood is a brown, but it's cooler, I think. What do you think? It looks a little bit cooler than Victoria Beckham one. And the only other shade in the Victoria Beckham that might be worth comparing it to, oh, here we go. We've got Cinnamon. It's going to look different, but I'll try this one in Cinnamon. So there's Cinnamon, Cocoa, Prada. And which one's this one? Oh, this is my favorite out of the Victoria Beckham. This is the one that I reach for a lot, and this is the one Smoky Quartz. This is beautiful. So I'll swatch that one as well so you can have a look. Okay. And that is Smoky Quartz. Smoky Quartz has got a little bit of a shimmer in it. Let's go have a look at the comments. I have the whole, nearly, I know. Just having a YouTube channel, sometimes I go a bit crazy. The thing is, if they work for you in that, then she does have beautiful shades. There's no doubt about it. I also picked up the latest one when I did an order, when I got the concealer pen, I think it was. Is it called Denim? No, was it Denim? I can't remember. I picked up that one as well. I have it here. Oh, I've got Surfside. No. Oh, Jeans. I knew it was something to do with denim. Jeans. Yeah, the wood is nice. Yeah. Okay, so does anyone, when I see it again, I'll hold up again for people that haven't seen it. So, I remember now, this is the Prada. These are Victoria Beckham Beauty. So we've got Cocoa, Cinnamon, Smoky Quartz. But I'm not using any of them today because I use the shadow. But I have got the new Prada mascara. So I will use that today. And I've used it 3 or 4 times, and I really like it. It doesn't transfer or smudge or flake. I like the brush on it. I'll show you the brush in a minute. It's a really black. This is the shade Nero, and there are some mascaras where they say they're black, and they are, but there's some that are blacker than others, and I think this is really good. Now, this isn't really, does a little bit of volumizing, but mainly lengthening, and it lifts. The brush sort of grips the lash line. It's really good. Which brown was a green shade? Maybe it looks green on my camera. Which one? This one? No. This one here, the smoky quartz? No? I'm not too sure. I'm not sure which one you mean. Oh, I've got one Charlotte Tilbury liner that I haven't used for ages. I would say that Victoria Beckham, they're completely different. Victoria Beckham's a lot more softer, easier, doesn't tug at all. It's been such a long time since I used the Charlotte Tilbury liner. Really good. Really good. I suppose I could use it. I'll put it in my waterline. There we go. It'll close up my eyes a bit, but that's okay. Let's put it in waterline. And I've got my magnifying mirror so I can see what I'm doing, and I'll put it in my waterline. Goes on easy, easy. You can see that it glides on. And I've got a whole lot of shades in this too, but because I just wanted to try it out, see what it was like, I always go for the brown first, but it's really good. Actually, now that I've started, I don't want to stop. I'll put a little bit more on. Okay, let's get to the mascara. And this is called Prada Scope. And this is what it looks like. I have to hold my hand up, otherwise it won't focus, I don't think. So that is what it looks like. Is it upside down for you? There you go. Yeah. And it's got a nylon feeling after their nylon bags. It's not, I would say, overly weighty or anything like that, but I do like the feeling of this. And I'll show you the brush. The other thing, this doesn't clump at all. Now, I've said that this will be the 4th time using it, but the other times that I've used it, it hasn't clumped. So that's what the brush looks like. Actually, I'll just put it back in there for a sec before I put it on. I just wanted to have a look at the comments. Yeah, really pretty colours. It is. It's a really good mascara. It reminds me a little bit of one that I really like, which I haven't purchased for quite a while, but I do like it, and that's the Charlotte Tilbury one. Is it the Pillow Talk one, the one that comes in the pink? I quite like that one. Yeah, see, that would look really gorgeous, Ski. You always come up with really good suggestions for how to put different products together, and I think that would look really lovely. Here, the products in Sephora are more expensive than other retailers, so when they have the sale, it comes a regular price for other stores. They have our Sephora here, which doesn't carry all the products that you guys get in America, because we also have the store called Mecca. But they have sales a lot here. Actually, they've got one going at the moment, 20% off, and I will get the brow gel, a backup of that, Cinema Secrets, and maybe even a couple more beauty blenders, although I've got about 12 beauty blenders. I don't know whether I need any more. I tend to pick them up in the sales. Chantecaille liners are very creamy and don't tug and last all day. Have I got a Chantecaille liner? I don't know. Okay, if I have, it would have been purchased ages ago, and I can't remember. I try so many different things. I just can't remember whether I've tried it or not. I think the pencil that I tried with Chantecaille is the light one, that it lightens your waterline. I've got that one, I think. Okay, Lauren. I don't know where you are, whether you're going back home or wherever, but if you are, safe travels. Thanks for being here. Actually, what I'm going to do is Lauren's going, so I'm going to... No, I don't know how to do it. Oh, I can do it in here. Sorry, I've got my iPad going as well in case a troll came in, I couldn't delete from up here, then I'll go into here. So what I'm going to do, if I can, is, there we go. Now, hopefully that worked. So, Ski, I've just made you a moderator just in case anyone comes in that's trying to be stupid. Hopefully it's worked. Let me know if it has. Should come up when you type something again, a little spanner by your name. Right, this mascara. And the mirror I've got is a Chanel one, but it actually broke. It's quite old. So I've got the magnifying side because so I can see what I'm doing. But this mascara is really good because it grips onto the lashes and it definitely lifts. I didn't know anything about this when I ordered it. And when I tried it for the first time, I didn't read the description of it at all. And as I was trying it for the first time, I was like, okay, it grips and it lifts and it lengthens and it separates. So that's good. And then when I thought, oh, it volumizes just a small amount. But it is very pretty. And then when I read the description, it was exactly what I thought it was. So the description of it is really accurate. Oh, yes, someone's just got a comment there about Bobbi Brown. Yes, Bobbi Brown liners are good. I do have one, actually, and they are good. It's in a brown, of course. I sort of got to concentrate while I put on mascara. I'm not very good at talking and putting on some things of makeup as well. Yes, because I've only got little lashes. They're pretty tragic. And I do use serums every now and then I forget to use them, and a bit hopeless like that. It's all good, Ski. If you see someone come in, there should be 3 little dots by the thing. You click on that and it can say delete comment, and you can, it's easy. Just have to, just in case someone comes in trying to be stupid. Right, so my lower lash line, so now I do have to concentrate. Some people are blessed with beautiful long lashes, like my son has got these beautiful dark long lashes. They're like brooms. Didn't get them from me. Got them from my husband, I think. He's got dark long lashes as well. Okay, so that's the mascara. It's pretty. And like I said, there's absolutely no clumping. I thought it might make a liar out of me during a live, but no, it doesn't clump at all. So now that I've got mascara on, I'm just going to do another little blend. And then once I've got mascara on, it's like all of a sudden I've got eyes. I always say to my husband, until I've got eyeshadow mascara on, I don't have any eyes. What's a good eyelash curler for round eyes? Dull eye shape, not siren eye shape. You know what I'm not very good at? And that's eye shapes. Like, I don't even know what eye shape I have. I look at charts and look at my eyes. I'm like, I don't know. What shaped eyes have I got? I can tell you which eyelash curlers that I have and which I use. I've got a couple. Oh, the mascara. Well, I have to, actually, I'm trying out a new eye makeup remover. It's a YSL one. Hold it on, and then you do have to, like 10, 20 seconds, let it really soak in, and then take it off. And then I find I have to go in with, you guys call them a Q-tip, I call them cotton buds. These things, we call them cotton buds. Dip that into the eye makeup remover and go over. So it takes quite a bit. And then on your cotton pad and on the cotton bud, that is black. It's mascara, and there's a lot of it. So just trying to think what the other mascara is that is like that too. I've got quite a few of those at the moment. Oh, the other mascara that I absolutely love. Actually, I'm just going to stop the screen because I've got to wipe my nose, and you guys don't want to see that. So I'm just doing that at the moment. For some reason, I've got a running nose. I haven't got a cold. Okay, back now. Is Queen Messiah mascara. I absolutely love it. And Lauren got me a couple, and I haven't opened them again because I'm trying to get through the mascaras I've got in front of me. That one's more of a wetter formula, but really volumizing. And I love that mascara. Absolutely love it. Thank you. No one's told me what eyes I've got. What shaped eyes I've got. Okay, right, the blush. Now, do you want me to use the new Lancome blush, which is the same formula? They've just come out with these pops of colours. Or do you want me to use the Glow Recipe, the Niacinamide Dewy something drops? It's got a long name. Which ones do you want me to use? I'll just grab the Glow Recipe. Wait a second. So I've got Lancome and the Glow Recipe. Now this is, I've used this. It's absolutely beautiful, but it's quite sheer. And like I said, the tagline is, it's a flush, not a blush. And that's exactly what it is. Glow. Okay, glow it is. Because it's pretty. I've used it a couple of times since I got it. I haven't been able to resist. So it comes in a bottle like this. Let's focus. I don't actually buy a lot of Glow Recipe products. I've bought a couple of their skincare products before, and I think this is right. So I don't know a lot about them. Is this their first time they're branching out into makeup as well? I'm not sure. So it has a doe foot applicator, and you can't really go wrong with this. So you can put quite a lot on if you want. So you might think, oh my God, it's going to look strange, but it won't. I might even need to put a little bit more on. So I'm going to use the same sheer buffer brush. Let's get my hair out of the way. I should have probably put it in a band. So hopefully you can see it. I'm just looking now, see whether you can see it on camera. I might need to put a little bit more on, but now this is enough for me, the amount that I put on, but you may need to, I may need to put on a little bit more so you guys can see it. And it has this really beautiful glow to it. Now, Liz from Chicago Law Luxury Makeup, she also picked up this, and she popped a blush over the top because she really loves to double blush. But really, for me, this is definitely enough. I think it's really pretty. So I'm just putting a little bit more on. There's some blushes, the liquid ones, where I'm trying to think, like Hourglass is super pigmented, so you just need like a little drop and it goes a long way, whereas this can't really go too overboard with it. I think it's really pretty. Yeah, it does initially. It looks like it will be too much, and then it doesn't. I still think I need more on that cheek than that cheek. I think I do that sometimes. I put more on one. But you can build it up. You're not going to get this massive amount of pigment, but it is beautiful and really flattering on my skin as well. I think it's super pretty. Really, really like it. So I only bought it because Liz bought it and she loved it. So I thought, right, I've got to try that. And then for lipstick, one of my favorites, the YSL. This is the lip oil balm, and I put it together with one of the Dior lip liners. And this is in the one Rose Rose. So I'm going to put the lip liner on first without trying to go over the lines. I think this is called, yes it is, it's called Rose Rose. And because they've got a few different, they've got the balm, and then they've got, these are the oils, and then they've got something else, the candy glazed balms or something, but this is the one that I love, and I've picked up another shade as well. But this is in the one, this is it Nude Lavalier? Is that how you pronounce it? But it's gorgeous. And you can see I've used it quite a bit. It's really pretty. It's subtle, but I love a subtle lipstick, and I just think it is really, really pretty. Yeah, it is nice. And it's just like they say, it's more like a flush than a blush. And I think it is. It's super pretty. This is about the third, maybe fourth time that I've used it. And I think it's really gorgeous. Would the YSL Longwear Shine or the Chanel Duo be a better choice? I haven't tried the Longwear Shine. But from what other people have said, and I would probably say the Chanel Duo. I mean, those are bulletproof, those things. Absolutely bulletproof. Right, so actually perfume. I'm going to use a Dior perfume today, and then I'll go and see if Margot is going to be cooperative. I'll go and grab her in a minute. So I'm going to use the Dior Rouge Trafalgar one. My husband loves this. Loves this fragrance. It's fruity and got a little bit of woodiness to it as well. So it's not overly sweet. It's really, really beautiful. Okay, right. I'm just going to go and find Margot. I'll be back in 2 ticks. Good girl. Good girl, Margot. You going to cooperate, or are you going to try and wriggle away? Right, here she is. Here she is. This is Margot. She's a bit sleepy, so she's going to behave, I think, for a minute. Here she is. She will wake up. She was not sound asleep. She was opened the door, so she woke up. But she's a terror though. Beth. Oh goodness. That's what I say to her. I go, oh, goodness, Margot. Goodness. Yes, she is. She's a little cute. She's quite heavy. She's quite Rubenesque, is our Margot. Yes, when I put Margot, I don't put her in my videos very often, but when I have put her in, most of the comments are all about Margot, aren't they? Eh? She's pretty good though. But she likes surf. She goes outside. We only let her out in the evening or late afternoon for a couple of hours because she likes to get on the roof. And we made the mistake once of letting her out in the rain, and then my son dried her and rubbed her with a towel, and she matted up really badly. So we don't. She wants to get down now, so I'll pop it down. Here you go, girl. She says that's enough. But yeah, she matted quite. So if it's raining, she's not allowed outside, and then just in the evenings for a couple of hours. But yeah, she is. She's a funny cat. Margot and the Christmas Tree was a classic. Yes, she liked gnawing. She liked gnawing on the Christmas tree. I don't know whether she's actually she's a bit of a character, so I don't know whether she's actually she's 2 years old now, so I don't know whether she's actually ever gonna grow out of doing things like that. So like I said, if there's anything that I'm not quite sure how often I'll do these lives, but for the next one, if you want to put in the other comments, the replay chat will go through. I think I ticked that box once this live is done. But in the other comments, if there's something that you want me to try in a live that you haven't seen, and if I've got it, like I said, I'll note it down and try and use it in a live. If there's quite a few, then I'll just note them down and eventually get to it. But that's really what these lives are for, just for my everyday makeup. Well, thanks for being here. It was great to see everyone. And I had quite a few more than what I thought that I was going to get. So thank you everyone for being here. My husband is down below on the property, and he's waiting, I think, he said to text him once the live has ended. So we're on 5 acres here, and he's down the hill in his office down there. And then he will come up. So I better go, and I'm going to go and have some lunch now. So have a fabulous evening. Thank you for joining, and I'll catch you next time. See you guys.